I was talking to someone that handles the caps and stuff for the NFL, and they was kind of trying to school me on some of this stuff. And they said that these sites really are third party, so they don't have the actual factual numbers, but they be damn near close, right? And they have the Cowboys at $39.4 million in the red, right? And we know one restructure can change a lot of things. Okay, whoa. I'm seeing a lot of people. Hold on. Let me see. No, from Toxic. Toxic says 0. Hold on, before I get into this. Hold on, let me see all y'all. Get y'all up here. All right, so this the loophole law. Jerry Billionaire give these boys wives, mothers, and a couple briefcases off books. Yeah, you're right. All right, so Seabass says 0. Chris Riggs says 0. Man, nobody agree with them. J Dub do. Joseph Warren on the Facebook, he's agreeing. All right, 0. JB 0. Ooh, none of y'all agreeing with what they should do. All right, so the disagreements is it about the money being opened up, or was it about Trey Hendrickson's, or was it about to a degree? I'm just thinking, man, we just trying to do some solutions, because what I'm saying is that when I pulled up this mock draft, I don't want it. I do not want their mock draft from what I've seen from Tankathon. Tankathon. I don't want us to go in with the safe mindset and saying, okay, with the With the 12th pick of the NFL draft, the Cowboys select Keldrick Falk, the edge rusher from Auburn. He had 2 sacks last season, 4 pass defense. I don't want all of that. I don't see what the love affair for Keldrick Falk tape is, but they got him listed as one of the top 3 defensive edge rushers. I would rather pay $25 to $30 million for Trey Hendrickson for 1 year versus drafting a Keldrick Falk in the 12th pick overall. And then they got us going with the 20th pick. The Dallas Cowboys select C.J. Allen, Georgia. I don't want that, man. And then let me go and see who they got with that second round pick. Xavier Scott from Illinois, 5'11", 6 tackles, 0 INT. No, I don't want that. I don't want that, man. I don't want this draft, man, like this. I'm just telling y'all how I'm feeling, and I could be 1,000,000% wrong. All 3 of these guys can be Hall of Famers, Gold Jacket, and beyond. But my gut telling me that they're not, and it's my gut telling me that if we lean on this draft to be a difference maker, look at what this draft can be. So I like to just dance around with, is Trey Hendricks injury prone? I mean, he was hurt last season. C.J. Allen over T.J. Parker. That would be tight if you go get T.J. Parker. I was watching his Senior Bowl movements and highlights, and before that frame, he was the last guy or the next guy I'm going to pull up and do a film assessment on. So shout out to TJ and them, but it is for what it is. Creative Edge 11, right? Or 111, 111. I'm saying, Law, Crosby can be traded for, would be nasty with these defensive tackles and easy. Clowney for real. Oh, okay. Now, I do agree if we trade for Crosby. But y'all know how trades work. You got to have a dancing partner, so I'm quite sure that it's time to live this course over there with the Raiders, that he's looking to get out of that mess. But what would you give up for Maxx Crosby? And don't say George Pickens. Don't have that conversation with me. But the teams that you need to really look at are the teams with new coaches, right? Teams with second-year coaches, too, like the Saints and stuff. The Jets, second-year coaches. Because they got to move on from assets, right? They got to move on from players. They got to will and deal and stuff like that. So I'm not mad if we trade before the draft because I'm willing to ask for those type of things. Because I'm with the notion of F those draft picks, by the way. So that's all I'm getting at. But I kind of like their assessment. I didn't think that all of you guys will be out on it like y'all are, but that's cool. I ain't going to beat you up for it. You know, it is for what it is. All right, so the next one is we're going to talk about behind the scenes with the Cowboys on how they kind of like scrabble and talk and all of this stuff. Let me pull that up for a few seconds while I tried to find this other clip for you all. Appreciate everybody, man. Love y'all to the stars and back. Let me get there. Boom. This is behind the scenes on the Cowboys.com. So that we can be compliant with fair use, this will be the link. Be sure to go over there and say, hey, man, you know, I saw this via Law Nation Sports, man. I just want to show y'all some love or what have you. And let's get it.
We hired the new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, coming from the Eagles. He's a stud. Excited to have him. Working, putting the staff together. Where we are, we got those 2 first-round picks. You got, depending on what we do with that, the competes and the instincts are going to be key. Just in talking to Christian and getting to know him a little bit, that'll be really important to him.
Iman Crawford,
Alan Herring,
Kalen Black,
Jeffrey Imba.
He's versatile. He's just a little leggy.
Is that the Aiden Durday cousin or somebody, brother? What? Doyle Durday? Can y'all look that up? Well, they keep it in the family. And I know Durday is in Seattle land. But that could be his brother, cousin, lover, or however, related some to him because I don't know too many Durdays.
Some top end speed.
An athletic guy with some developmental traits and has starter ability.
But he plays effort, he's tough, he's strong, he's physical. I like the player.
Really just struggles with instincts and staying sticky at the top of routes at the end of the day.
Biggest concern is the tightness, and he holds a ton.
I'm really excited to see this guy this week.
The Senior Bowl 2026.
So that's how they do the behind the scenes. Cancel that. All right, that's how they do the behind the scenes and stuff like that. Shout out to Cowboys.com. And basically, Doyle is a funny ass name. This is from Dramatic. The Doyles are coming. Who? The Doyles Durdays are coming. I don't know a Doyle until today. Dramatic says Doyle. That's his name. So spoils of war, right? Doyles. All right. Sports guru.
Yeah, on paper.
I'm just saying, you just never know, man. Just want to cover everything. Just making sure, not too many Durdays out there. Or Doyles. Just call me Doe, man. O'Doyle's rules. O'Doyle rules. What? Back to the Future, right? That where you got O'Doyle rules from. Oh my God. O'Doyle Rose. And then he goes back into the future and, for those who are old enough to remember, some people don't even know what Back to the Future is. And I think it was O'Doyle Rose, and then he was like, O'Doyle Rose, even when he was grown or something like that. Never met O'Doyle. It was Billy Madison. It wasn't Back to the Future. Man, I'm getting my movies mixed up. Was it Billy Madison? Was it Billy Madison or was it Back to the Future? What was that guy on Billy Madison? No. What was the guy on Back to the Future? And he was a bully. Who remembered that guy? What was his name? Yeah, they were driving off of a cliff. Yeah, what was that guy's name? No law was Billy Madison. But now I got to think of the guy name off of the Back to the Future. What was his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about? It was the bully on Back to the Future. Biff.